Hey, I want to welcome y'all to my first video. Here at this channel, I wanted to discuss and show you guys the progress that I've made over the years with understanding and knowing the identity of my people. I personally identify as a Hebrew Israelite and an indigenous person of the Americas. I've been studying uh, this subject since 2011. I got into Dan Calloway videos when he came out in 2014, and I've been into the international law aspect of it since about 2015. I want to go through breaking down this document, which is called the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. And throughout the journey of this channel, I'm going to show you how I began and where I am today as far as exercising the rights of the indigenous peoples and claiming the inheritance of the Hebrew Israelites. Most of my videos will be at least 30 minutes, and it is strictly based on how to apply the law, the laws that are binding on the United States of America, the nation that is signatory to the Charter of the United Nations. So these declarations and laws that are passed under the international plane, being the United Nations, and here in the Americas, the Organization of American States. So I'm going to break down for people who are past knowing what the problem is and want to apply a solution. But first and foremost, you got to understand that you have to claim an identity. And the process for which I am going is the identity is you have to be claiming a Hebrew Israelite and to be indigenous to the Americas. Being an Aboriginal, you are the first of these peoples. This is not about an individual. No one here can practice this shit individually. This is about us being collective. Now, the rights that we are going to exercise are for every individual human being, because these are human rights that we're going to be exercising. So with that said, welcome to my channel. I'm going to introduce myself as the ambassador of the Olmec state, which is a nation that is created as a international person of international law. I said that wrong. Is established under international law as a person. So what that means is we get to exercise the rights of the nation that is created. That nation being the Olmec state. Now, the long name of it is actually the Olmec Office of Sovereign Political Power Holders. Short name of it is the Olmec state. And through this nation, which is recognized under this document by the United States of America, because when Obama was in office, he signed this declaration in 2016. And when he did so, this became the United States recognition of any indigenous peoples that may be in this land. So just because the United States recognizes this document does not mean that this document is binding in United States courts. It is not. It is only binding on the United States in the international plane. And for us as a people, collectively assembled together amongst the Olmec state, we now have the body politic to file a lawsuit against the United States for reparations in the International Court of Justice. This is a process that is going to take a little while. It ain't going to be overnight, but I've been working on it for a while now. And I still got a little more to go because it requires a lot of knowledge on international laws. And I need help. I need help with not just research, but I really need people to understand what I'm doing because we've been tricked so long as a people that we have continued to fight a fight in the realm or jurisdiction of the United States. We keep asking those who are persecuting us, those who have colonized us, those who consider us at this very moment to be enemies of a war, and the war being the Indian Wars. Colonization is just that. It's a war. As long as they are here conquering our land and us as a people, it is a war. They have no rights to be here. Under international law, they have no rights to be here. But because we are continuing to claim a classification that they have placed us under as enemies of the war, and we accept it, we become wards of the state. That state being the United States of America, which under international law is a federal state. Federal state merely means that it is several states collected into one body. So the United States of America is not a bunch of individual people, but rather it is individual states that have come together to be one nation. And the people of each state who elect representatives are those who are under the laws of the United States are really the only citizens of the United States of America. Those who represent the individuals of each state. So we got to get a better understanding rather, of how we exercise our political rights. Up until now, we've never exercised our political rights to human rights. We've always asked for civil rights, and we always fought for civil rights under United States laws. Where it's time to stop that bullshit because it's never worked for us as a people, and we're in a worse predicament than before they integrated with the citizenship and all of that crap. But starting today, we're going to delve deeper into international law because that is the realm that the United States can be held accountable for the atrocities against humanity that obviously we've gone through as a people since the United States came into existence. And I'm only focusing on what we're dealing with today. I'm not saying fuck history, but what I am saying is that right now, the solution to our problem right now today are these acts in the law that I'm going to show you all that we're entitled to. So thank you for joining my channel, and I want you all to take personal accountability for who you are today under the law, because I want you to throw away all that bullshit we've been taught as a people over the years, because it's all been bullshit to keep us subjugated as perpetual slaves. And that's what we are. They just changed the form of slavery into a different manner and included all of the white folks, everybody that they claim are citizens of the United States of America.